Hello, everyone. I I saw that Reuben Foster was released, and I just wanted to test the waters out here and seeing if there was anything else that you guys thought that this could be a possible thing for Minnesota, just because of how talented the player is. And as far as statistically, um, last year in 2017, his rookie year, he had 59 solo tackles, 13 assisted tackles, 7 tackle for losses, 5 quarterback hits, 1 pass deflection, and he started all 10 games that he played. This year hasn't been as good for him, but he has 25 solo tackles and 4 assisted tackles, 3 TFLs, 2 quarterback hits, another pass deflection, and he has started all 6 games that he played. Now, obviously, this would be what you would consider a risky move, as he has had past issues even going back to his days at Alabama. But as I stated in a different video comparing Anthony Barr to Eric Wilson, Anthony Barr is a very replaceable player. And I think we can all agree that Reuben Foster is a more talented player than Eric Wilson is, or Eric Wilson will probably ever be. And there'd be a suitable replacement for Anthony Barr if you're talking long term, future kind of things. And just because Barr is not a true off the ball linebacker, Reuben Foster is. And per PFF rankings, I know some people hate him, but as a rookie in 2017, he was the highest graded rookie linebacker at 81.2, which also graded as the 10th best linebacker in the whole league, just in general. And he was also able to, post top 10 marks in both, for linebackers in top 10 in run stop percentage and receiving yards allowed per coverage snap. He ranked in top 10 in both of those in 2017. And he has fallen off this year a little bit, but he's still a very young player. He's only 24, and he's a very talented player. And Minnesota has brought in other players in the past that have had, issues with the law. Maybe not as big of an issue with, as this one, but they have three main ones where they either brought him in or kept him. And Sheldon Richardson, he's had his issues. He's brought in from last offseason. And then you have Dalvin Cook, who had multiple infractions with law enforcement. And he's been all right since coming here. And then you have keeping the Adrian Peterson thing after the whole switch and child. Yeah. But you have that too. And you might want to, I know Adrian's kind of a special case because he was here for 10 years. He was kind of like the franchise. But at the same time, it's the most similar thing to what Reuben Foster has done. So if they didn't mind that much and they were able to handle that okay, maybe they could convert into this. And so then, but just looking at a player of Foster's caliber coming available at this time, in a time of where we don't know if we're going to re-sign Anthony Barr, and one where it looks like we aren't going to re-sign Anthony Barr based on how he has played this year and what the contract demand likely will be, I can't see them thinking, well, that's a no-brainer. Like, you might want to think of someone else, and this is kind of like their opportunity to be like, this is a guy still on a rookie deal if you claim him off waivers, and there's not much that's preventing them from doing it because they didn't have cap space come trade deadline. But they just freed up $3.9 million in the Sharif Floyd grievance thing. So you now have money, you have a talented linebacker, you have a defensive head coach that has fixed players in the past, and you have a linebacker that you're probably not going to re-sign anyway. So it's really not that bad in terms of these things. And to compare him to Barr a little bit, just from just this season, if you want to go into it, the solo tackles for Anthony Barr in the games that he's played this year, he has 2.71. This is the down year for, Reuben Foster. He has 4.16 this year. The assisted for Barr is 1.43, and it's only 0.67 for Reuben Foster. Quarterback hits is for Foster 0.33, and Barr 0.14. That's per game, and it's kind of different. Like, you can actually see even the numbers. You would say, just based on averages, you would look at all of them and say Reuben Foster has been the better player since entering like the league. If you go by year averages, at least, like obviously there's more volume on Anthony Barr since he's been here and in the league longer. But like if you just take out single years, you could say Reuben Foster could be a better player. And I do think Barr isn't a bad player. I just think we don't use him the right way, and therefore doesn't necessarily deserve a contract that will pay him as highly as he is looking to be paid. And obviously, if Minnesota were to claim him or sign him after he clears waivers, whichever one it may be, if it were to happen, you put him on an extremely short leash and then make this a low risk, high reward kind of guy, because it was a domestic violence charge. So we're probably looking at a 6-game suspension. And it's a problem. It could be a problem. And yeah, but you kind of already know what the suspension will be, so you might be able to pick him up on waivers, and maybe it gets charged to him this year, so you have him all of next year, and then you still have Barr this year. You can find a way to potentially work that out. And I do think there is a chance that he doesn't get picked up off of the waivers just because of that in specific. And although I do think overall this could be a flyer worth taking, I know this could be an unpopular opinion. So I would like to know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And till next time, I bid y'all adieu.